What a game of football that we have just witnessed. Barcelona 3, Inter Milan 3. And this was one of the best games that I have seen in the UCL probably all season. What an absolute banger. That first half, 4 goals in total. And then the second half, even though it wasn't as eventful as the first one was, there was still a lot of dangerous play in there. Wow. Crazy. I mean, look, UCL semifinals. The first legs are wrapped up. And now, I think Inter Milan do have a slight advantage having this second leg at their ground because their fans are going to be up for it. It is going to be an amazing second leg. And this game actually surprised me because with the two matchups for these UCL semifinals, I definitely thought that Arsenal versus PSG was going to be more like this game. I didn't think that we were going to have 6 goals. But I need you guys to get in this comment section and let me know what you're saying for this match. Because we got to talk about a lot of different things. I mean, let's start with the players that we could say deserve man of the match. I want to start off with Lamine Yamal. Let me tell you something right now. This guy is the best right winger in the world. Lamine Yamal, at 17 years old, has mastered the game of football. What he was doing to DeMarco and Bastoni in that first half should be illegal in about 10 different countries. He was baptizing grown men. This guy is phenomenal. Lamine Yamal is a generational, world-class kind of player. I cannot think of another right winger in world football that I would take over him. The goal that he scored, the way that he picked the ball up, the technical ability to beat the Inter defenders, to just cut around them, and then to finish like how he did off the far post to get the first goal back for Barcelona. Phenomenal first half performance. In the second half, though, he was a bit quiet towards the end until he started to, look a little bit more dangerous. But overall, phenomenal game. We always talk about Lamine Yamal's finishing and how he needs to work on it. And I still believe that that is a factual statement, right? I don't think that he's the best finisher. But in these big games, this guy always gets on the score sheet. He's always involved, either getting an assist or creating a goal for himself. He is fantastic. This guy is the best teenage player that I've ever seen. Lamine Yamal, if he does not get injured, and if he can continue on this trajectory, right, without sustaining a serious injury, I think this guy is going to be entering GOAT conversations in the next 10 years. He is fantastic. And I think if Barcelona go ahead and win the treble, Lamine Yamal will win the Ballon d'Or at 18, 17 years old. Do you know how ridiculous that is? Fucking hell, what a player, bro. I think for Inter, we could talk about Denzel Dumfries, who, in my opinion, is the man of the match. Denzel Dumfries today put Inter on his back. 2 goals and the assist for Marcus Thuram. Denzel Dumfries was balling today. Was on that right side of Inter's team, causing havoc. The set pieces that he scored from, I think that he did a very good job. Denzel Dumfries, for me, is the man of the match because he was very good in that first half, and he was also good in the second. And then the third player that I think you could say is in the man of the match conversation is Pedri. Once again, Pedri has been phenomenal this season. The guy is amazing, okay? The way that he controls that midfield, the way that he's able to just ping these balls to his teammates from these deep lying positions, it's ridiculous. I mean, we got to give Hansi Flick a lot of credit because Barcelona, the way that they're able to come back in these games, they were down 2-0 in that first half. And I didn't even think that it was over. We all knew being up 2 goals against Barcelona in the first half, it's not enough. Because even though, right, Inter, they scored their first goal in like the opening 45 seconds. Marcus Thuram with an amazing back heel goal. Denzel Dumfries with the assist. And then in the 20th minute, Dumfries scored a very acrobatic goal. They were up 2-0 against Barca. And would you believe that if you didn't watch this game, you would think that the opening 20 minutes, Barcelona were getting dominated. They were getting the opposite. Even when they were losing, Barcelona were the better team. And I knew, right? Inter don't play sexy football. Inter are not the kind of team that are going to have pretty patterns and that are going to be playing tiki-taka, creating a bunch of chances. Inter don't play like that. We all knew that heading into this game, Barcelona were going to look like the better team. We all knew that Barcelona were going to have the better chances and they were going to look more dangerous. We all expected Inter to sit back in this match, to soak up the pressure, and then to try and hit them on the counter. Brother, aside from when Inter scored those 2 goals, they did nothing that first half. It was all Barcelona. Barcelona were so good in that first half that it felt like Inter were losing 4-0. Barcelona were applying pressure. That was belt to ass. Raphinha in that first half was super mid. Second half, I think he was decent. But the ball striking that we saw from him in that second half, oh my days. Let me tell you something right now. They say that Real Madrid are a satanic club. I need them to explain to me how the hell, all of a sudden, Raphinha and guys like Ferran Torres have become so good. These guys have sold their soul to the devil. That is the only thing that can explain what we've been seeing from Raphinha this season. Man like the tuna, bagging against Inter Milan. Barcelona were so good on the ball today that they made Inter's defense look average. Inter Milan entered this game having the best defense in the UCL. And they were getting toyed with. I couldn't believe what I was watching in that first half. Bastoni, DeMarco, getting cooked by a 17-year-old. Now, where we will give Inter their credit is the second half. The first, I'd say 25 to 30 minutes of that second half, Inter Milan looked very good. They were on smoke. They were countering very well. And I'm wondering, well, where was this in the first half? Because the way that Barca were all over them, in that first half, Inter Milan had to only have had like 15% possession. These guys were just chasing Barca for a majority of the game. Then the second half kicks off, and Inter look on it. They take off DeMarco. I forgot who they subbed on. But Lamine Yamal in that second half was very quiet. He didn't really do that much. Towards the end of the game, he had a dangerous chance that he might have created. But aside from that, he was locked up for a majority of the second half. I think this is where Pedri stepped up, right? Again, Denzel Dumfries scoring from another corner. The goal that he took, very well. Now, we got to talk about that own goal that happened on Inter Milan. Are we not going to talk about that strike from Raphinha? Oh my goodness me. The way that he struck that ball, I thought the crossbar was going to snap in half. And it's an own goal because it hit off the crossbar, but then it hit Jan Sommer's back and then fell into the goal, which does make it an own goal. But, oh my goodness me. Raphinha. Yo, Hansi Flick has changed his life. And I predicted that Barcelona were going to beat Inter across these 2 legs. I predicted Barcelona to make the UCL final. And I do believe that they are the best team in the world. But I'm hoping that I'm wrong, man. I'm hoping that I'm wrong. This season has been so shit for Real Madrid that I cannot sit here and watch Barcelona win another treble. If these guys are able to do the quad. Mind you, they've beaten us. Spanish Super Cup final. They've beaten us in the Copa del Rey final. And the fact that even when they're down 2-0, they still look comfortable. Like, that's that Hansi Flick mentality. The way that he's instilled his system into these players. This guy has worked miracles. This is the same Barcelona team that last season went trophyless. All that they did was hire Hansi Flick and sign Megan Rapinoe. And look at the difference that this manager has made. They're mentality monsters. 2-0 down, and it doesn't matter to them. Insanity, bro. I think Lautaro Martinez, stinker and hooked. They're saying that he got an injury. I don't believe that Martinez was injured. I believe that this guy knew that he wasn't going to do anything today. I swear, in that first half, I forgot that Martinez was on the pitch until like the 43rd minute when they showed him. Brother, he had no service. He only had to touch the ball about 3 times. But, I mean, look, second leg is going to be super interesting, right? I think that Inter, they do have a slight advantage, but with the way that Barcelona play football, I think they're going to end up going through. And I hope that I'm wrong. But, I mean, today, they were phenomenal. Kubarsi made a couple of big tackles, right? Some very important interceptions. I think Frankie de Jong was solid as well. Ferran Torres got a goal. Raphinha in the first half, second half was good. Or was solid, I should say. Not good, solid. I think the injuries, though, right? Gerard Martin was subbed off. And I also believe that another player got injured for Barcelona as well. Who am I thinking of here, chat? Because Eric Garcia came on. And then Jules Koundé was injured, right? That could be a big miss for Barca because Koundé has been one of the best right backs in the world this season. So if he's not fit for that second leg, that could be an issue for them. But now look, I think it was a solid game today. I think the only time that Inter did look dangerous was when it was from set pieces. From open play, aside from when Thuram scored that very good goal, they didn't really do too much, right? Like, they didn't really threaten Barcelona like that. So we're going to have to see what happens. But very entertaining first game of football in that first leg. Fantastic, bro. One of the best UCL games that we've seen for a while. But I want to know what you guys are saying for this match. Inter Milan went up 2-0 in the first 20 minutes. Barcelona end up equalizing in the first half. And then both teams score a goal in the second half to walk out of this with a draw. I want to know who was your man of the match. What'd you think about the game? And how do you think this second leg is going to go? Make sure you guys smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on those post notifications. In a bit.